Welcome guys to another market update. This is for the month of September. As always, I am joined by our head of ocean products, Yannis Papantimos. My name is Greg Manatidis. I am the director of marketing here at Navia. Yannis, let's start with our traffic light system. Red means that you should book at least 3 or 4 weeks in advance. The ease of access to space is difficult. Orange, book 3 weeks in advance, and green 2 weeks in advance. Let's start off with China into, or let's say North Asia into Oceania.
Well,
where are we at?
Anywhere between orange and red as we're approaching, or as we're actually already in the peak season. Space is becoming tighter and tighter. And although we don't have yet seen an aggressive blank sailing from the carriers, space is getting tight, so 3 weeks in advance would make sense in terms of booking.
So we'll say orange for now, but probably going to be leaning to red, maybe towards the end of September.
Most probably, yes.
Yeah.
Most probably, yes.
And then what about into the USA from North Asia? What's that look like at the moment?
We would pretty much be looking at, I would say, green, mainly because capacity is ample, and similarly to the Oceania market, carriers have not decided to take an aggressive approach on the blank sailings, which has resulted to FAK rates on the Trans-Pacific trade pretty much reaching out the pre-Red Sea levels.
Okay, that's good news. And then let's move over to Europe. There was a lot of congestion previously. Is that still the case?
That is pretty much still the case.
Yeah.
As I think we've mentioned it on previous discussion, what is happening in Europe is that the congestion goes around and comes around. So this month it could be to specific ports, next month it could be to some other ports, regardless if it is North European ports or Mediterranean ones. But it's still there as a whole.
So just to clarify, it's still probably red for Australia and USA?
It's similar to Northeast Asia to Oceania. I would put it anywhere between orange and red.
Okay. And do we know which ports at the moment in particular?
It changes so frequently.
Okay, it's literally week by week.
We might say, for example, that this week, the capacity utilization in Hamburg is very, very high. Also in La Spezia. Next week, it could be Antwerp, who is in the worst. So it changes. It fluctuates.
I guess your advice for the next month for supply chain managers, what would you recommend?
Again, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. What we consistently have said during these discussions is that the customers need to stick to their allocation, they need to stick to their guns, and even more so now that we are officially, let's say, in the peak season, we need to book in advance, make sure we utilize our named account allocations, and keep in mind that for urgent orders or for overflow, most probably we should be looking at FAK rates, because that's the rates that are going to get us additional space.
So we're coming into that period where FAK rates might not necessarily be better than the NAC rates, which may have happened earlier in the year.
We have already reached that point. The FAK rates are higher compared to the named account rates, especially we're talking about Northeast Asia and Southeast Asia market into Oceania.
So if you're booking late, be prepared to pay more.
Correct.
Basically. Awesome. Pleasure as always, Yanni. Likewise. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all next time, guys. Thanks.